Hi, this is Anastasia. Thank you for listening to the Bad Mom podcast. I'm your host, and this is episode 3, the children's interview. I have a helper here today. Her name is Tierney. She's actually waving for the podcasters who can't
Hi.
see her. She's going to be reading the part of the court or the judge that is conducting this interview with my children. The first interview will be with Ben, and we can begin. And there is one thing that I want to mention. There's a talk of the woman named Sharon, and she's the children's therapist. And we're not on good terms for some reason because she doesn't want to include me in the kids' interview, which, you can make your own decisions based on that. But, and we can begin. Go ahead, Tina.
Okay, so why don't you have a seat? How old are you?
10.
10, all right. Do you know the difference between a lie and the truth?
No verbal response recorded.
Yes, I need you to say your answers out loud because we're...
Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you what's going on. So we're going to be recording and having an interview with you and your sister.
Okay.
To try and work out some issues, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so my robe is behind me, okay? I don't want you to be nervous. You're not in trouble, okay?
Okay.
We will start with that. You're not going to be in trouble for anything that you say to me today.
Yes.
Okay, I just need to get some information so I can make some decisions, all right? And so, did anybody talk to you about the fact that you were coming in to talk to me today?
My mom and dad both did.
What did they tell you?
They told me just to tell the truth and say, and just be calm.
Okay.
And I don't know, that's all.
Good, but no one talked to you about what to say to me or anything?
No.
All right, so what's your 10? What grade are you in?
I'm in 4th grade.
4th grade, okay. So where do you go to school?
Sorry, not telling you where my kids go to school.
All right, and how is everything going? How is 4th grade?
It's good.
Yeah, you're doing well in school?
Yes, on my test. I don't really know.
What's that?
I don't really know. I get bullied a lot sometimes.
You get bored in class sometimes?
No, I get bullied.
Oh, you get bullied.
I get bullied.
Oh.
I get bullied a lot sometimes.
Oh, that's not good. Do you talk to anybody about that?
Yeah, I talk to my mom about it a lot.
You talk to your mom?
Yeah.
Do you talk to your dad about it?
Last year when I was in 3rd grade, I tried talking about it because I got my head shaved. I got a buzz cut, and then people started calling me Caillou. Phonetic response. And then I kept telling my dad that I got made fun from the people, and he said, well, you're lying. I know you're lying, or you're not telling me the full story because nobody just calls you that.
All right, and what did your mom say when you told her about it?
She was nice about it. She just believed me. But because she got bullied for no reason, so I do too. So.
And who told you that your mom got bullied for no reason?
What?
What do you mean your mom got bullied?
Well, I just know that my mom got bullied because she tells me some stories about people bullying her. Like stuff. And I know she wasn't a bully because me and my mom and my grandma both talked about it.
And when your mom was bullied, when was she in school?
When she was like my age, a little younger.
Okay, so your mom, and when you say your grandma, your mom's mom?
Yeah, I don't know if she got bullied. I don't know.
No, but she talked to you about it, your mom?
Yeah. She talked about it with me and my mom.
Did you talk to any teachers about it?
Yeah, but usually they don't really help. But I still about it with some teachers too.
And you don't talk about it with Miss Sharon?
Miss Sharon?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
How long have you been meeting up with Miss Sharon?
2 years now.
2 years, okay.
2 years.
And what sort of things do you talk about with Miss Sharon?
I don't know, like getting bullied at school sometimes. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing really to talk about with her.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any problems with Miss Sharon?
I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know. She's kind of like, I don't know. Well, one time she was like forcing my sister to talk to her when my sister didn't want to talk and she was fine. And she kept on forcing her to talk to her. Same with my dad.
What do you mean the same with your dad?
My dad told her to talk to her too.
Your dad told your sister to talk to Miss Sharon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Miss Sharon kept telling my sister too. And they just kept, like, she was fine. She didn't want to talk. Then she told my mom about it. And then my mom told her that if you don't want to talk to somebody, you don't have to talk to them. Or if you feel fine and you don't really need to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why my sister didn't want to talk, but I understand that if we don't want to talk to somebody, you don't have to. Because with one kid at school, one day he's my friend and then the next he's not. And so then he like keeps annoying me and talking to me, and it's kind of like that when I don't want to talk to him because he's mean to me and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he uses me and other friends for cookies at lunch.
Okay, all right. And then so with mom and dad, you have a visitation schedule with them, right?
No verbal response recorded.
Yeah, so what type of things do you do when you're with mom?
We go snowboarding, we skateboard, we watch the X Games, we watch movies, we watch funny YouTube videos.
And do you, when you're with your mom, do you have homework? Do you do your homework with your mom?
Well, I do. Like, I don't really have any homework today, so I don't really have homework usually. And I just have book reports and a bunch of projects.
Mm-hmm.
Not really homework.
And does your mom help you with those?
Well, she doesn't get the chance to because I'm always at my dad's and I always have to do, because they're always at my dad's house and my dad, I don't know, my mom keeps asking him to bring some schoolwork or something at least, but he never does.
Mm-hmm. And does she ask your dad while you're there, or does she tell you that she asked your dad for the work?
Yeah, I don't know. I think she like sent him a text about like some book project I had.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a couple of months ago, but
And that she told you that she sent a text to your dad?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, she was like telling me like I sent a text to your dad, but he still hasn't gotten back to me. Can you just ask him? Can you just ask him if you could like bring your book project and stuff?
Okay, and when you're with your dad, what sort of things do you do with him?
I don't know. Watch TV, go to the skate park sometimes. Not really all the time. He's like usually a stay-at-home guy. We don't really get much time to hang out with each other because he's always at school, and so like his girlfriend always picks me up after school.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have time to hang out with him, and I don't even know what my dad's girlfriend does. She's like always in the room doing, I don't know, watching TV.
And do you get along with your dad's girlfriend?
Not really. When my dad says I could do something like play video games, she says, because my dad, like, he has to go to a meeting or something or go somewhere. He goes to that place and says, you could play video games and stuff. And behind his back, she says, no, you can't do this and stuff.
And what's the current schedule that you have? When do you see?
I see my mom every Tuesday and every other weekend. And when I see my dad, Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, and every other weekend. But usually Friday counts as the weekend.
Oh, okay.
But I still see him because he picks me up from school, and then we go to the police department, town hall, and then we just wait there for my mom to pick me up.
Okay.
And then I just spend the rest of the day with my mom.
Okay, and how do you like the schedule?
I don't really like it.
No? Why don't you like the schedule?
Because I don't get to see my mom as much as my dad.
Okay, has your mom ever talked to you about that she wants to see you more? But
yeah, sometimes on the weekend, whenever I see her, like my sister and her, before we go, we have like a talk, and then my sister starts crying because she doesn't want to leave. And I don't know. And then I don't know. And then my sister gets sad. And then my dad asks my sister what's wrong. And she says nothing. And she just says, like, you already know what's wrong and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stuff like that. Like,
And when your mom tells you she wants to see you more often, how does that make you feel?
makes you feel special.
Mm-hmm.
And it also makes me feel happy to know that my mom loves me and that she wants to see me.
And when you're with your mom, does she ever say anything maybe not so nice about him, about your dad?
No, not really.
Does she talk about him at all when you have visitation with her?
Not really. Like, she says, like everything is gonna be okay, and like this is almost over, and she's gonna see me more.
Mm-hmm. And has your dad ever locked you in your bedroom? Did you ever get in trouble and then he locked you in your bedroom?
He didn't lock me in my bedroom, but he never. One time I was grounded, and I don't know why I was grounded. I don't remember why. I don't even think I did anything. I think I just got in trouble because some kid told the teacher that I did something, which was the thing that he did. And then my dad got, like, said I was in big trouble and said that I couldn't go to the bathroom. And I just stayed in my room and almost wet the bed
Oh,
until he said I could come out.
how long ago was that?
2 hours.
No. When did that happen?
Last year, I think.
Okay.
Like almost the end of the school year.
Okay. And have you ever read a letter that Miss Sharon wrote when you were at your mom's house?
Yeah.
Who showed you the letter?
Well, I was on my mom's computer.
Mm-hmm.
And she said I could play video games on there. I think she was taking a shower or something. So then I played there, and then there was an open tab, and I went to the tab, and then I read it. And then I told my mom about it, that I saw it.
Mm-hmm. And how did you feel when you read the letter from Miss Sharon?
I feel kind of sad because a lot of the things she said weren't even from her mouth, I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean?
And most of these things weren't really true. I don't know. I feel like my dad is like, I don't know, like telling her to say those things, like hired her to do that. And she's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really feel like that's what she's saying, like, because whenever I go to her office, she's like saying, oh yeah, you're how was your time with your mom? And she says, like, always, like, she never he stutters a little, she never said anything mean about my mom, but like one time she said that everything is going to be what, like everything that's what's going on now with our schedule is going to stay this way forever.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that.
And when she told you that, how did that make you feel?
I felt sad. I started crying a little because I was kind of believed her because I thought that was true or something.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you. So if you're with your mom and you get in trouble, what sort of punishment do you get?
No video games for like, I don't know, till like tomorrow. No video games for the day.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't really ground me often because when I get grounded, I don't know, she grounded me more when I got to see her more often, but she just wants to spend time with me, so she doesn't want to ground me usually.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes she has to.
Mm-hmm. And what about when you're with your dad? If you get in trouble, what usually happens?
He says no dessert, no video games, no TV, no playing with toys or anything.
And do your parents have rules for you and your sister when you're with them?
Yeah, we have different rules. Like at my mom's house, I get to stay up later, and I like to have soda. Not really all the time, but whenever it's like a good time to have soda. Like if it's not like or close to midnight or anywhere near like nighttime, she just lets me have like a soda or two like during dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad never lets me have soda, really.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think the last time he let me have soda was like 2019, and it's like 2020 right now.
Well, did your mom ever tell you that you didn't have to follow some of your dad's rules?
No.
Okay, did your dad ever tell you that you didn't have to follow your mom's rules?
No.
And I asked you about your mom. Does your dad say anything that's not nice about your mom to you?
Well, one time he said, like, I asked him, like, why don't I get to see my mom as much? And then he said, she did some like bad things or something. He just said, like, well, your mother did some things and stuff. He didn't exactly say what they were. He just like, and she did something and said something. I don't know.
And, okay, does your mom ever pick you up and drive you to school when you're walking to school?
She did once. When it was snowing and I was cold and my dad made me walk to school, like, and sometimes he just makes me walk to school with just a sweatshirt. And he has to be difficult and not let me bring a jacket from his house to my mom's house. So I come to school wearing a sweatshirt that's not any thicker than what I'm wearing right now. So he makes you, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So he makes you walk with a sweatshirt, but no coat, if you're going to be spending time with your mom?
Only if I have a sweatshirt. Because one time when we were getting late to the town hall parking lot, I forgot my jacket. But I didn't know that it was going to be cold because it wasn't cold outside then. So I didn't even notice I didn't even have my jacket. So then the only jacket I had at my dad's house was some coat, and it was a pretty good coat, but he didn't let me wear it because he thinks I'm going to like lose it or something, like lose it there, when he knows that one time when I brung clothes from his house to my mom's house, I used to do it all the time. And they never got lost and never left there. So I don't know why he's doing that.
So if something goes on at school, or well, let me ask you this. Do you do any sort of sports or band or anything like that?
I play lacrosse.
Okay, and how do you like that?
It's fun.
Okay, and the season is just starting? It's a spring sport, right?
Yeah, spring sport.
And
I would prefer like more like real sports, like skateboarding, snowboarding, and BMX biking. I prefer that more. But there's like no game for that at my school. So like,
okay. And if you want to, if something happens in school or when you are skateboarding or when you're playing lacrosse, who are you more comfortable talking about things, your mom or your dad?
My mom.
Okay, why is that?
Because she understands usually.
And why do you think your dad doesn't understand?
I don't know. He just acts like he just acts like we never had the talk. He doesn't really, I don't know. Whenever we have talks about things, he doesn't really care. And sometimes when there are really silly things, he never really believes us. And he keeps saying that he doesn't believe us because we always lie, me and my sister. And I don't know why. Like, we, like, never lie, really. Like, whenever he says we're lying, we're telling the truth. And he just doesn't believe us. But when my mom, sometimes, she believes me all the time. When I see something happens or I didn't do something.
All right. And how does the situation with your parents make you feel?
I don't like it.
You don't like it. And how would you try and make it different if you could?
I don't know, like, but like when I was 6 years old, 7 years old, our schedule was I saw my mom every Thursday and Tuesday, and I saw my dad every Monday and Wednesday and every other weekend. But how I want the schedule, so I kind of want it to be like, honestly, my mom, like every Thursday and Monday, see my dad every Thursday and Monday, and see my dad every Tuesday and Wednesday. And we both get 2 weekends with my mom and the other 2 weekends with my dad. Like, kind of like that.
Okay, anything else you want to tell me?
I don't know, nothing really.
Okay.
I think I answered all.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for coming in. Let me just make sure. Let me just double check my notes. Okay, all right. And thank you for coming in, all right? And Chris is going to show you out. And then I'm going to talk to your sister for a little bit, okay?
All right. Interview concluded with BW at 4:09 p.m. Okay, County Clerk. We have Madeline here.
All right. Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm Judge Blank. Nice to meet you. You can have a seat.
All right. This is Chris. He's my law clerk. He works with me. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll just stop it.
Yeah, maybe
and
we
I'll
can just
edit
cut
that part
and then we'll
out.
You can add back with BB's part.
Yeah, and then I will just, oh shit.